Hey everyone. So it's time to talk suspensions because up to this point in the season, the Department of Player Safety really hasn't had to do a whole lot until the last couple days. The season up to this point had been very relatively quiet. Not a lot of physical stuff going on. Not a lot of cheap shots. There was only one regular season suspension. It was for a boarding by Eric Goodbranson. He only got a game. There hasn't been a lot of real nasty stuff going on. And then we get to Wednesday night. Let's start with the brawl in Detroit. Luke Witkowski, automatic 10-game suspension. He's already been suspended. This was a no-brainer. The league really didn't even have to do anything. This was automatic. The rule very clearly states that if you're ejected and leave the ice, it's an automatic 10-game suspension if you come back onto the ice. Witkowski came back onto the ice after getting slashed from Matt to Chuck. So there's no appealing, there's no arguing, it's automatic. 10 games done. Now I don't like to see suspensions from brawls like that because I want brawls like that to happen more often. I want there to be more fighting and more nastiness. But that's a no-brainer. It's written right in the rule book very, very explicitly that 10 games done. So Witkowski's gone for 10 games. Matt Tkachuk now has a hearing for his role in what happened. He got a 5-minute major for spearing and a game misconduct. I've watched this brawl many times, and I really don't see where there was anything worthy of a major for spearing penalty, and I really don't see why he's getting a hearing and probably going to get suspended. I don't think anything he did was overly violent or suspension worthy. Like he was stirring the pot when he slashed Witkowski on the legs, but in any other circumstances that's just kind of normal and happens all the time. Guy gets tapped on the legs. Now I think Tkachuk's getting kind of shafted here because of what erupted after he started it and the whole thing that happened, but I really don't think he should be suspended. He's probably gonna be. He has a hearing. They haven't announced his punishment yet, but he'll probably get a game or two, but I don't agree with that at all. I don't think anything he did was overly bad and worthy of missing time for. So those are the two suspensions from the brawl in Detroit that are probably, one's definite, one's probably going to happen. Then last night, Radko Gudas, one of the dirtiest players in the NHL, swings his stick at Matthew Perreault's head when Perreault was down on the ice. Just really like an axe just came down on him and right to the head. Gudas needs to get a big-time suspension for this. This should be like 8, 9, 10 games. He needs to go for this. Obviously, I'm a big fan of physical hockey, and I love fighting and stuff, but I cannot stand stick swinging and using your stick as a weapon like that. If you have a problem with somebody, drop the gloves and punch each other in the face. Don't swing your stick. That's such a coward move on the ice. And as fighting goes down, these stick incidences are going to become more and more common, like they are in Europe, where Europe really doesn't have much fighting, and guys just use their sticks like swords out there. If you have a problem with someone, like Gudas was angry because Perreault was kind of giving him the business and knocked his helmet off and came over the top and was kind of on top of him. Punch him in the face. Try and get him to fight. Perreault's probably not going to fight because Matthew Perreault's not a fighter. But do what Milan Lucic did last night when Parayko kneed him and did a knee-on-knee hit. He just went after him and started throwing punches. And it was a blowout game at the end of the game, so it doesn't matter. Lucic got tossed, and that's the end of it. They play again on Tuesday night. Lucic might have to fight Chris Thorburn or someone for going after Parayko, but don't use your stick as a weapon. We saw this with Gustav Nyquist last year when he just absolutely speared Jared Spurgeon right in the face with his stick. I thought he got 6 games, I believe. I thought that was way too light. The stick stuff has got to stop. There's no room in hockey for stick work like that. If you have a problem or you want to settle something, drop the gloves and fight. Do not use your stick like a medieval weapon, and that's what Gudas did. He just absolutely karate chopped down on Perreault's head with his stick, and then after he shrugs at the ref like, "What did I do?" Like, you're an idiot, buddy. You know exactly what you just did, and he's probably gonna claim it was an accident or some garbage like that. He knew exactly what he was doing. He did it. He did exactly what he wanted to do. And you got Matthew Perreault, who's in his first game back from injury, right square in the head with his stick. So I want to see him gone for at least 8 games, maybe even 10, because that's just a garbage move, and there's no place for it in hockey. There's no room for stick swinging. So that's what I think about the suspensions that have been, over the last couple days that are probably going to come up. Gudas has an in-person hearing, so he's gone for at least 5. So that's pretty much from what's been a quiet season. The last couple days have been pretty active physically, and the Department of Player Safety is starting to have to do some work now. So that's just what I think. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow. Keep this channel growing. Spread the word. Anyone you know that likes hockey, tell them to hit the sub button and check us out. Thank you very much for watching. Talk to you guys soon.